Let me tell you something real. Being broke is not your identity. It's not your destiny, and it's not permanent unless you decide to make it permanent. Being broke is a temporary condition. It's not who you are, it's where you are. It's a snapshot, not your whole story. And the most dangerous thing isn't being broke, it's thinking broke. Living broke in your mind, and believing that lack is your only language. You see, most people walk around thinking they're stuck because they don't have money. But the truth is, they're stuck because they've settled for a mindset that justifies struggle. They've made peace with survival when deep down they were created to thrive. You're not broke. You're just under the illusion that your current circumstances define your future. Let's break that illusion. You think you're broke because your bank account says zero. But let me ask you, did you come into this world with a bank account? No, you came in with something far more valuable. Potential, creativity, imagination, voice, energy, belief. That's why being broke is a mental trap, not a financial one. If you believe being broke is who you are, you'll never activate the abundance inside you. Because here's the truth most people never hear. God did not design you for lack. You were not put on this earth to just pay bills and die. You were given gifts not just to use, but to multiply. Let me break it down biblically. The parable of the talents isn't just a story. It's a principle. Those who invest, even with little, grow. But those who bury their potential out of fear, they lose even what they had. That's not judgment. That's spiritual law. So let me ask you again, are you broke or are you burying your talent? Most people say, but I don't have any money to start. And that's where I say, you don't need money. You need a decision to stop living like your past is more powerful than your future. A decision to stop shrinking your dreams to fit your budget. A decision to stop playing the victim when God designed you to be a creator. You are one decision away from flipping the switch in your life. One decision to believe in your vision again. One decision to stop listening to broke people about how to live. One decision to invest in your mind instead of your misery. One decision to build, not just survive. Do you know how many people die with ideas still inside them, not because they didn't have the money, not because they didn't have the opportunity, but because they never made the decision to believe they were worth more than the excuses? You see, decision is the dividing line between average and greatness. Every successful person you admire made that one decision, the one that changed everything. And it wasn't the decision to be rich. It was the decision to no longer live like they were powerless. And yes, you have that same power right now. Right now you can choose to rise. Right now you can stop scrolling, stop comparing, stop doubting, and start creating. Start speaking. Start investing in what's inside you, not just what's outside you. Stop saying, I'm broke, and start saying, I'm becoming, because language matters. Words matter. You are what you speak. And if you keep speaking limitation, you'll never taste liberation. You are not broke. You are becoming aware. You are becoming hungry. You are becoming focused. You are becoming ready. Let the world say what it wants. But you don't need their permission to rewrite your life. You only need your decision. So stand up, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, get up. The grave of poverty is dug by people who waited too long to choose themselves. You have no idea what's waiting for you on the other side of one bold, aligned, God-led decision. You are not broke. You are one powerful decision away. If you want to change your reality, you've got to change your vocabulary. You see, people think money starts with effort, with hustle, with grinding, but let me tell you something most of the world doesn't understand. Wealth doesn't begin with work, it begins with words. And I'm not just talking about words you say to other people. I'm talking about the words you say to yourself every single day. The reason most people stay broke isn't because they don't work hard. It's because they speak in lack while expecting abundance. They speak in fear but pray for freedom. They say things like, I can't afford it, that's too much, or that's not for people like me. Let me stop you right there. The universe, the marketplace, and God all listen to your words. And when your language is limited, your life follows. Because your words are seeds, you can't plant seeds of lack and grow a harvest of wealth. It's not how creation works. You want your bank account to grow. Grow your vocabulary first. Start saying, I'm a wealth creator. Money flows to me because I solve valuable problems. I'm worthy of overflow. I attract divine opportunities. My voice has value. My gift makes room for me. That's not arrogance. That's alignment, because here's a truth that'll shake your soul. You'll never rise above the level of your own conversation. You want to know how I know someone is broke before I even see their financials? I listen to how they talk about time, about opportunity, about themselves. Broke people waste time, delay dreams, and talk more about limits than possibilities. Wealthy people, even before they see a single dollar, speak like they are responsible for abundance. They speak like stewards. They don't say, one day I'll be rich. They say, I'm becoming the kind of person who can handle wealth. Because here's the realest truth I can give you. Your money will never outgrow your mindset. If you hate money, fear money, or secretly believe you're unworthy of it, you will always sabotage the very thing you're praying for. You say you want 6 figures, but when someone offers you a chance to invest in your future, you flinch. You scroll past the course, you skip the conference, you avoid the coach. And why? Because you're still speaking from fear. You're still saying, what if I fail? Instead of, what if I grow? Let me break something down for you. Money doesn't come to the smartest person in the room. It comes to the most aligned, the most available, the most ready to serve. And readiness is revealed in language. You've got to start speaking with authority over your own life. Speak like someone who understands that words build worlds. In Genesis, God didn't build creation with his hands. He built it with his voice. He said, let there be, and there was. And since we're made in his image, our words are creative too. So if your life looks dark, speak light. If your account looks empty, speak overflow. If your heart feels tired, speak purpose. If your past is heavy, speak healing. This isn't just mindset, this is spiritual discipline. This is verbal warfare, because the enemy of your purpose wants your mouth shut. He wants you to keep agreeing with lack, but today, right now, you can break the curse. You can say, I refuse to be silent about my calling. I refuse to speak death over my dreams. I will not normalize being broke. I will normalize building wealth. Let me tell you this, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you speak consistently. So speak abundance even when it's not visible yet. Speak favor even when you feel forgotten. Speak overflow even when the bills are piling up, because your words are bridges, and when you speak in faith, you build the bridge between where you are and where you're called to be. You are not broke. You are one decision away from changing your words, and when your words shift, your life follows. So from this moment on, no more broke language, no more playing small in your speech, no more rehearsing trauma, replaying scarcity, or echoing fear. Speak like someone who knows they were created for more. Speak like someone who already sees the victory, even before the battle begins. Because your wall, it will follow your words, and wealth, it was always waiting on your voice.